Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this. I much appreciate it. So, they showed, obviously, the Xbox Direct was yesterday, and they showed off some of the Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay. Looks very good, although Ubisoft has a habit of showing stuff off in their gameplay reveals that don't end up in the final project, so be warned. But one thing I thought was really funny was when Yasuke is just walking through the streets, all the NPCs will react like, "Oh, whoa, Jesus, what the fuck?" And it's very funny because, like, you have to remember, Yasuke was 6'2" in Japan, and a black guy, and a samurai. That's a triple threat of what the hell am I looking at for some guy in Japan who's probably never even seen a samurai before, you know? Like, I found that very funny. And some people were saying, and it's definitely true, they were like, Ubisoft saw Ghost of Tsushima and said, fuck, we gotta do that too. And they did, yeah. If you want to play Ghost of Tsushima in Assassin's Creed, you can play Yasuke. If you want to be more traditional, you can play Noe. I probably just butchered her name. In my head, it's Noe, but I could be misremembering. Anyway, the build we are running is the Battle Maul Slab Shield with Thunderstrike, Comfort Strike. We have the Grenadier Gauntlet with Pinpointing Strike and Shattering Impact. And then we also have Furious, Smash 'em, Heavyweight, Best Defense, Big Friendly Rock, Loyal Protector, Valuable Distraction, Big Lungs. We have Batter, Hard Knocks, Stay Close. Then we have Towering Presence, Attention Seeker, Get Stuck In, Bruiser, No Pushover, Won't Give In, Feel No Pain, all 4 stacks, Feel No Pain. As the build, let's get into a game, shall we? Alrighty, and of course I get the Lights Out mission. Just my goddamn luck. Unlucky. Speaking of unlucky, man, my feet are killing me. I had to stay an extra 3 hours because at work today, the coolers just decided to go out. So we had to get rid of luckily the freezer stuff stayed good, but we had to get rid of literally all the food. The cheese, the dairy, the meat, everything. God, why am I in the Lights Out mission? This sucks. I'm tempted to leave, but I won't. Making me reload my damn gun. Alrighty. So yeah, that was fun. Not. Oh my goodness, and my feet are killing me. So sad news today. Comic Storian, he's a big he's a big YouTuber that like would
losing all my health.
Read.
1 second.
He would essentially like read comics and like kind of like give a synopsis of them, like a Reflex like quick read through comics for YouTube. He was very good, very nice man. Got me into comics a lot of the time, like back into comics, or like I'd find good comics to read because of him. He unfortunately passed away today in a car accident. It's very sad, and I only wish the best since I know he had a wife and a kid. So I know prayers for them, obviously. Or best wishes if that's not your thing. It is sad. It's a damn shame. In less sad news, Asmongold continues to be the dumbest man on the planet, or one of them at least. There's a clip of him going around. You can probably find it quite easily. But he's watching it, and it shows the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater trailer. And he says the most brain-rotted thing. He says, "Man, I hope they don't remake it and make it political." Yes, the famously not political series, Metal Gear Solid. Yes, my favorite. I love apolitical private military organization known as Foxhound. I guess it's not. Isn't it a private? Does it count as private military? In 5, I think it counts as private military, but I don't know. I guess it would, maybe not. I don't know. I know it would. Would it? I don't know.
Whose idea was it to come into this room for the
be fine. Yeah. And also, I just can't wait for. There's Rainbow Camo. I've never played Snake Eater, so I should play Snake Eater. It's something I should do. But I might just wait for the remake, I guess. Would be the wise thing to do, right? Since there's a remake coming out. There's a rainbow camo in the game. Like, you essentially just snake in a rainbow sort of jumpsuit, I guess. Yeah, no, actually, that is the best description of a jumpsuit. That is, because that's literally what he's wearing. And I just can't wait for the remake to come out, and then a bunch of, like, bros being like, oh, I can't believe they remade the game and made it. Whoa. It's like, you do not have the knowledge. Also saw, I love how, like, everyone in the Doom trailer was more focused on the skull grinding gun than the literal mecha combat you can get into, and honestly, they're right. Ow. Come on, Chan. Oh, he exploded. Dougie. Also, they released another trailer for Mecha Break, literally like a day after the first one. And Mecha Break looks insane. I think it's like big, like mecha gun, like oh, what's the game? Armored Core, Jesus. I wanted to say Rainbow Six Siege, but that's not right. Armored Core gameplay, and I think I read somewhere that it's going to be 50v50, and it looks absolutely insane. Like, I feel like I would lose my mind playing it in all the best ways, you know? Don't. Goblin laugh? What the fuck was that? That is a lot of ragers coming out. You know what I can do? Taunt them all, have them stand in the flames. Come on, Shan. Come on, come and get me. Oh my goodness. A lot of good games coming out at the end of the year, or a lot of exciting games. I guess I shouldn't say good games, because obviously we didn't know. A lot of exciting games coming out this year. Although a lot of them are coming out in September and have been immediately overshadowed by Space Marine 2. For me, at least. I'll take the small ammo, though. Alrighty. Also, the Indiana Jones cutscene, when they showed it off, it's long as fuck. Also, Doom is going to be on the PS5 day one, which is huge. Because it's like, you can get it on Game Pass free if you have an Xbox. Obviously, well, I guess, you get it with Game Pass. Once again, Game Pass, one of the greatest deals in gaming, maybe ever. But then it's like, oh, you can also just buy it there, which I think is a great business strategy, because one, you get more customers for your game, and two, it's like gives an incentive to get like Xbox in the future, because it's like, yeah, I can play Dark Ages and I can have fun, which is great. But next time when the next console comes out, maybe I'll be more inclined to buy an Xbox, since it's like I get all these games with Game Pass. You know? Like, 'cause don't get me wrong, when I think about it, sometimes like, man, I feel like an Xbox wouldn't be a bad investment, you know? But I play like a lot of PC, you know? I guess I could get Game Pass for the PC, right? honestly might, depending on how much Game Pass is a year, right? Because I don't play that many Microsoft games. But like if I was a big Microsoft fan, like I don't want to say fanboy, because that'd be like a little disrespectful or something. It sounds mean to say fanboy, you know? If I was like a big Microsoft fan, of course you gotta get Game Pass. It just makes sense. It's a fiscally wise purchase. Could you not? Oh shit. There. We missed a few rocks, but we made it. Don't shoot at me, I'm reloading. Also, they showed off the movement for Black Ops 6. Oh my god. It's insane. It's actually crazy. Now, that being said, Black Ops 6 is 300 gigabytes, and that's not even with the textures. The textures are not included in the game. You get them through, like, streaming. Or it's like some weird, I don't know, some weird nightmare scenario. Why don't Western, you know, I'm not one to be like, the Western game devs, but like, why don't they know how to decompress a file? Elden Ring is less than 60 gigs. DLC not included. Actually, no, I don't know how much. Hey, Google. Google, you have failed me. How many gigabytes is Elden Ring? 60 gigs. It's 60 gigs. Elden Ring. Why would Call of Duty 6 ever need to be 300 fucking gigabytes? Riddle me that one, Batman. I just hope Space Marine 2 is not too big. I feel like a good size for Space Marine 2 would be like 60, 70 gigs. Anything more than that, I'm like, what's going on? You know? Because I don't think it's going to come with like 4K Super HD textures. Obviously, it has like an art style. It's not like a realistic looking. I mean, it's kind of realistic, but it's just like Space Marine 1, but high fidelity. You know, like it's not like super 4K. I guarantee you, if I zoom into Titus's face, I'm not going to be able to count his pores or his facial hair that he's just recently shaved. Where's these shotgunners at? Just firing in the dark, really. Like a rainbow in the dark. When a gay person's power gets cut off. The joke is funny. Laugh. Oh, fucking big. Reload my thingy, please. I'm upset that I missed. That was a bit of lag there. Actually, I think it's criminal that games are so many gigabytes. Like, there's like, it's got to be conspiracy, right? Like, it's like, oh, if they don't have any other rooms to play any other game but our own. You know, it's gotta be, right? I refuse to believe that Western game devs are just that bad at decompression. Is decompression the right word? I feel like compression itself might just be better. I guess a little bit. I'm just gonna come on, Yankees. Alrighty. God, my. Oh, you know what? Speaking of, I mentioned work earlier and how everything was fucked. God, I hate customers. Although I hate specifically, actually, everyone else. I'm taking this. Stop that. So obviously, none of the food was temp safe, and we all had caution tape and plastic walls up, like plastic like sheets up against the things to prevent people from reaching in. Obviously, it didn't stop people from reaching in, so I had to tell people, hey, just to let you know, that is not temp safe, and I can't let you buy that. Now, obviously, I couldn't actually do anything to stop it. That'd be something for the register to do. And I told someone as they had reached past the caution tape. It wasn't like it's small caution tape or out of the way. It's like right literally just below eye level. Like if you were like right in front of the only way to miss it is to close your eyes. That's all I'm saying. And it's just like, and I told her, I was like, hey, sorry to tell you, that's not temp safe. I wouldn't buy that if I were you. Now, most of the time when I told people that, they were like, oh, shit, what happened? And I explained, oh, you know, the fridges went out. They're like, oh, damn, that's unfortunate. Nothing? And I said, yeah, unfortunately, you can't, don't got anything for you. He's like, man. All right, well, sorry about that. And he's like, no, it's all good. Have a good one. This one, and some people were like, oh, all right, and just, you know, kind of just nonchalantly go about their day, which is fine. This one lady, I just want to say, she had the cut and was, you know, she had the haircut that we're all thinking of. And I told her, and she said, oh, well, a sign would be nice next time. And, you know, in my head, I'm like, there's caution tape. So politely I said, well, you know, just, I literally said, well, just so you know, anything like that's caution taped off is not good, but everything else is fine. And she's like, okay. And then luckily, a customer decided to be rude for me. He was like, lady, there's caution tape. And she like kind of just scoffed and walked away. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I wasn't like overly nice to her, but I'm not trying to be rude because the last thing I need is, you know, last thing I need is someone complaining to one of my leads. Although thinking about it, I don't think any of my leads would have cared. They probably would have been like, no, you were right. They're the wrong ones. It's like a pillar in the way. If I do that. There we are. Let me grab this real quick. So yeah. There was a funny thing where I told this this sort of older couple, not like super old. They were like maybe like 50s. It was like one of those. Just like they're old, but they're like they look young a little bit. Younger old people. There you go. And I told them, and they were like, oh. And the woman literally just like dropped it like it was radioactive. I was like, oh no, thank you. I was like, I found it very cute. Also, like, a bunch of people took pictures of me today simply because I was in the empty, like, aisles emptying stuff, and they were just taking pictures, so That's always fun. Now, some of it's probably for like ships. It's like, hey, I can't get the item you wanted. There's literally nothing. But also, it's like everyone's a conspiracy theorist, right? Oh, there's a demon host. I'm sorry. My bad, girl. I did not mean to.
Stick with the squat.
Ow. Whack me in the goddamn face with a pipe, why don't you? And boom. Big shock. Smack. Punched a dog. Hello, you. Yeah, it's interesting. The customers at work continue to be awful. Although there was one guy, and I told him as he was trying to buy steaks, and I said, "Oh, sorry, those aren't temp safe. You don't want to buy those." And I've never seen someone look so heartbroken in my life. I felt genuinely bad. He looked like he was so excited for steak, and I crushed his dreams. And I'm the bad guy, actually. It's me. I'm the one in the wrong. I should have fixed the problem before it started. Because that guy could have had a steak. Now, I will say also, like, the temperatures don't go away instantly, right? So I feel like if you're going to cook it that night, it was probably fine to get the meat, right? Because, like, the meat wasn't hot. It was still, like, cool. It was just, like, the fridges stopped working. But they were still, like, cool for a bit. Obviously, towards the end of the day, they were less cool. Oh my god. Because, like, another customer kind of, like, had that same idea, and I told him, and he was like, "Oh, well, how long has the fridge been done?" I'm like, I was only not too long. Like, and he was like, "Well, these feel cold. I'm gonna cook it." I said, "Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do that, it's probably fine. I just probably wouldn't try to refrigerate it, you know." He's like, "Yeah, I'll take my chances." He was like an old guy. He clearly had, he clearly knew what he was getting into. The risk he was taking was known to him. So, I'm like, hey. Plus, it was like sealed, so I'm like, what? Not the flamer, but rocked either way. Alright. Like, the only thing I would have been really worried about is, like, the chicken, but, like, if it's beef or something, I feel like you could just slap that on the grill, call it a day. Because, like, once again, and the meat didn't look nasty. It looked fine. It was just, like, the temps on the refrigerators were up. So, like, weren't in, like, the safe spot anymore. But, like, the meat itself, I feel like, was still probably fine. At least for a bit. I don't know, though. Maybe it's best not have the risk. And obviously, at the end of the day, I couldn't stop them from grabbing it. I was just there alone. I'm not gonna, like, wrestle some guy for a piece of steak, At least uncooked steak. Now, if it was cooked steak, you might have had to throw hands. There's a lot of things I do for a nice cooked steak, and one of them is violence. Although also another thing is, it is always really funny to watch a customer like get to the section that is completely barren shelves, because they kind of like their head kind of like, what's the term? Jolts around a little bit like a freaking bird, and just like it's funny. Is it a waste of a healy dealy? Yes, but I wanted the damage. Ooh, ammo crate on the ground. I need the ammo, so I'm not going to say no to it, obviously.
It would be best if you stayed.
Man, I forgot. Sometimes I forget how much damage the Grenadier Gauntlet actually does. It's actually such an insane weapon. I just don't like it that much. Like, it's just a little awkward for me, especially because like you can't hip fire it. If I was able to hip fire it, I'd like it more, I think. Sometimes I like to hip fire. Although the explosive punch is very fun. Do more damage, Psyker. Ow. Ow. Suboptimal. Oh, I'm up. Ow. Alright. Alright, that was a little spooky, but we made it. Thank God I had actually used the heal earlier, huh? Although I think I had stabbed the Psyker when they were quelling, so they didn't get to use the full extent of their damage up. Now, obviously, there in that big melee hubbub, it might have been more optimal for me to use the damage thing, but I feel like it was more fun for the Psyker to stab them. The Bridge of Many Martyrs has not been empty for me for a while. This is weird. Hello, dead body. Hello, person in pieces. Big ammo. What big ammo? Bags.
Right. Let me take time in the wheel.
Wow, I guess the first one didn't hit. I must have missed on the second one as well. Oh, a little lag. What? Oh. What just happened to me?
Come get me.
What the fuck? That was unfortunate. Okay, cool. That was weird. Zinch decided to have his way with me. Alright, but it's all good. I'll throw this down. Is that a pun? Is the director's cut bit a pun and I just don't get it? Oh, that guy's... punch. Reload real quick. There. There's a trapper coming. Where? I don't know. They certainly are on their way. I found them. They're dead. Oh my goodness. Chaplain fly maybe. Come on, Chan. Saw a white ghost next to me and it turned it was only my cat. She's being cute. Now you may be asking, what's she doing that's so cute? And I tell you, existing. Ogryn does prevail. Oh, that's the Thunderhawk being loud. Okay, I was wondering, for a second I thought, is that the Medicaid? There it is, the Thunderhawk. Or the Valkyrie, I guess. It's not a Thunderhawk. Alrighty. Boot, scoot, and boogie. Spin move. Alright, nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll always call this thing a Thunderhawk. In my head, I called it a Thunderhawk once and it stuck there. Even though I know it's not a Thunderhawk. It doesn't even look like a Thunderhawk. It's very clearly a Valkyrie, right? But it's just that issue of like, you call something once and it's stuck forever. Oh my god, a stubber for it. Nice. Well, if you made this fun video, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't. I'm not your mother. But you better brush your teeth. Have a good one. Bye-bye.